Hi, I'm Sarah. Hi, everybody. Welcome to our first Friday of Big Brother 24. Look at us. We're back into it. We've got a new season of Big Brother. If you're new to the channel, I'm supposed to say, but first, no, first, wow, this is definitely new season. Okay, we're going to talk about a live feed spoilers. Feed just came back. We've got nominees from our first HOH. But first, if you're new to this channel, please click subscribe and give this video a thumbs up. That's how we do it. I forgot. Yes. Hello. You have such a love-hate relationship with the girls. I mean, that is how it goes. It's the first week. We're seeing the feeds for the first time. We're meeting these people for the first time. You thought you were going to love them. You got so excited. And then you're like, oh, no, people are not perfect. Good afternoon. People have flaws. Not everyone is as cool as we want them to be. That's just the reality. So it goes. So let's talk about a few things. We still getting to know everybody on the feeds, but what we did know was that Daniel won HOH, and he had. Do you see my dogs running around? I 100% put 10 votes on Brittany. Absolutely. Hashtag save Brittany. That is what I want to say. I also need to text my husband real quick. And back at it. Okay, good time. Sorry. Things are fun when you are live. Welcome. Last minute. Still figuring out my schedule, but I do like to go live on Fridays when I can to talk about who the noms are. That's important. They had, what I was starting to say was, usually we get our HOH Thursday night, and Friday, they do one-on-ones and they talk and strategy, yada, yada, yada. But because this season was a kind of a weird schedule, I think the majority of the house yesterday just thought like, cool, we'll hang out at the pool and we'll like chill. And Daniel didn't say like, hey, let's have some talks, everybody. I don't know how to put up. Like, he didn't really lead as an HOH. He also didn't try to make a bunch of deals, which I guess on one hand is nice, but on the other hand, like, take advantage of the HOH or being HOH. So it was awkward because he eventually was like, well, people aren't talking to me, so I guess I'll just put them up kind of vibe. And so he eventually said, I want as little blood on my hands as possible. I want to go the easy route. I don't want anyone to be able to retaliate against me if I put up a strong competitor. I don't want to be evicted next week. So his noms are, this is a spoiler video. If you don't want spoilers, please leave, but I love you and come back later. Michael and Terrence. Wah, wah. Those are easy people to pick off. It's true. Terrence is our older gentleman, our dad of the group. Classic. Throw them up first week. Classic. Hello, ladies. Hello. Michael, he appears to be a nerd. He comes across as a nerd. We see nerds go up first week quite a bit. Kevin went up first week on BB Can, and then he won the show. So it's not a death sentence, but to be fair, Michael shut down and did not talk game for most of the past 2 days. I hate to see it. I hate to report it, but as a super fan, I don't know if he got nervous. I don't know if he didn't want to look like he's gaming, but he didn't say much of anything to anybody. He got very quiet, and it wasn't until late yesterday that he and Brittany started talking, and they both were like, I think we kind of connect or click. And so they seem like they might work together. And then he eventually went to talk to Daniel, but unfortunately, other people had talked to him first. And so here we are with our first noms as Michael and Terrence. Now, all right, I'm going to mute this for 1 second. My husband's. Okay, sorry, just have to do a little talking with the husband. What else? Let's pull up the Wonderful Alliance map here so that we can talk through a couple things. Oh, he already left. I couldn't sneak him in. He loves to run in and run out. This is a very good point. You gotta like, giving Kevin was incredible. Yes. Let's pull up that the wonderful Dolfika makes for us every season. If you do not follow her on Twitter, you should. So this was as of last night, but this will at least help us talk a little bit. So you'll see Daniel here in the middle. Nicole, well, honestly, Amira was the first person to come talk to Daniel. And she did a pretty good job of, subtly gaming, seeing like, she was like, I'll be a friend, we'll talk, we'll game. And she was definitely pushing towards like getting a guy out kind of vibe. She was definitely pushing like, some of the big guys, whatever. And he seemed to play along with it. There was definitely some time yesterday that we thought, ooh, is he going to put up two big players, two big competitive guys? But Pooch has been doing a lot of work. Pooch, I think, thought he was also HOH with his little backstage boss thingamajig. And so he got himself some boas together, and they eventually talked to Daniel and sort of stressed the whole like, don't want to go after a strong guy type thing. A strong guy's got to stay together. And that really seemed to make more sense to Daniel, because he really was like, yeah, I don't want any other strong guys to come after me next week. Somebody said, yeah, Frenchie went after a big strong guy, and he went out the next week. And I was like, that's not what happened. But anyway, these people didn't really watch the season. They don't really know what happened. Although Daniel should have. Daniel should know. He is a super fan, right? I have no problem calling him Pooch. I would have called him Pooch even if he didn't tell us, because his last name is Pucciarelli. So I'd be over here being like, the Poochster, Pooch McGee. I don't know. Pooch makes sense to me. I'm all about it. I'm here to call him Pooch. I'm also here for him to spin out of control, because he's doing the stuff. He's doing it. All right. So you can see he's got a backstage boss, which made him feel like he was also the HOH. And he and Kyle are the Blue-Eyed Bash Boys. Daniel and Nicole made a cute little final two. They, and Nicole is that one that seems like real loyal. And so this might be a really interesting final two. I don't hate it, but I was really excited about Daniel, and I'm kind of bummed he's taking the weak route. But then again, first HOH, I just honestly can't be too mad about him trying not to be evicted next week. But he's not. I don't know. It's still weak. It's still weak, you guys. So, like I said, Michael didn't do a lot of game talking. He didn't do a lot of talking in general. And he is a have-not. So he, it's easy to sort of like fall back into your little room. But he and Brittany did have a talk. And then he eventually did talk to Daniel. And right now, Noms came back. He's on the block. Now people are surrounding him, being like, I'm so sorry. And it kind of gives him an excuse to talk to people. So I'm going to take the positive approach on this and say that this is really going to open the door for Michael to make more relationships. Hopefully the same thing for Terrence. I mean, Terrence definitely has been low key saying things like, oh, maybe I shouldn't be here. He's definitely the older one. And I think the only one with kids. He might be our only parent. So he's feeling, out of the, not fitting in kind of vibe. It's tough. It's really, really tough. The older person needs to come in and like be everyone's dad, be everyone's best friend. And he just kind of got like scared instead. The other group of note here are the girls. Our girls is this pink little triangle at the bottom here with Indy, Jasmine, Amira, Brittany, Alyssa, and Paloma. Alyssa and Paloma are definitely a duo. They've been doing a lot of moving and shaking. Paloma is doing a lot of moving and shaking. She is trying to make a ton of alliances that are large. She obviously knows she needs a large alliance. But she's got more than one. Okay. Alyssa and Paloma don't even have votes this week, but I give you points for trying to get yourself into groups. I mean, that's honestly more than Daniel was doing. But let us not remember, we have a twist coming up on Thursday. Obviously, we're going to have a veto. Maybe someone can take themselves off the block. We might have a replacement, but we still will have two people in this backstage passy thing. I'm going to say Brittany is safe. I've only heard people voting for Brittany. I'm sure there are other people voting for Alyssa or Paloma, but let's assume Brittany is safe. Just for this scenario, Alyssa and Paloma against Michael and Terrence. Something may happen because we've already been told that the two people on the block may not be going home, which leads me to believe that the two backstage pass people left the votes could then go towards them, right? If those are your other options. If Julie's like, well, what if I told you don't have to vote for the nominees? You could also vote for these two people. I don't know. We're also missing a lot of people who can't vote. Pooch can't vote. Obviously, Daniel's not going to vote. He's HOH. Alyssa can't vote. Paloma can't vote. Brittany can't vote. Maybe one of them gets saved. They can then vote. But that's right now, we have 5 people not voting. That's crazy. Crazy town. Do you also want to talk about their astrology? Because guess what? I have it. Now, this is what I think I have. And then somebody told me I might have Indy wrong. So if anybody has other information, it's best if I can get birthday. So I'm still working on exact birthdays, because if I get their exact birthday, I can also figure out other things from their chart, like their moon, their Mercury. These are other things that help me discover how they think and how they work. So these are just their sun signs, obviously. So if you guys get any birthdays, please send them my way. We have a lot of fire and a lot of earth, y'all, which are my two faves. Love it. Paloma, Indy, Alyssa, and Jasmine are mean girls to Taylor. You're not wrong. You're not wrong. Thank you for the super chat, DM Rocks. I appreciate it. The Girls Alliance that formed really quickly, you know, we'd love to see a Girls Alliance, but you know, they very specifically were leaving Taylor out. And that's not fun to watch. It's really not fun to watch when, you know, there's mean girl activity happening. Don't love it. I also wish that Taylor would talk to other girls more. She was talking mostly to boys, and I was like, this is not helping. That does not condone mean girl behavior. I'm not saying that at all. But I was like, Taylor, girl, you got to do some work here. Please. Same thing with Michael. Lordy, talk to people. Hi, Josh. Hi. Hi. Yeah, I also don't want to point out that Alyssa and Paloma, our two mean girls, are both Scorpios. You know who else is a Scorpio? Derek Frazier from last year. It's also a bit of a mean girl. Y'all Scorpios got it rough out there. Got it rough. Lots of Leo energy. Michael, Joseph, Jasmine. Leos. We love Leo in the house. They're always fun. They're always great. Last year, Tiffany was our Leo. Daniel and Brittany are our Sagittarius, our other fire sign. Like me, moi, Sagittarius. What's up? What's up? We love it. Thought I was going to love both Daniel and Brittany. We'll see. Jury's still out. No, you are not, Sasha. Can confirm Sasha is not. This is true. Not everybody. Not every sign is the same. That's why I want to know moon signs and Mercury's and other things, because those are other things that affect. It's not just a sun sign thing. Our Earth, got two Taurus, Kyle and Monty. Last year's winner, Xavier, Taurus. Hannah Chada, also a Taurus. Amira is our one and only Virgo in the house. Boy, BB Can, it was all Virgos. We only got one this year. Taylor, Turner, and Terrence repping the Capricorns. A couple years, wait, was that last year? Last year, Frenchie gave all the Capricorns a really bad name, but put them out of your mind because Janelle is the ultimate Capricorn. Thank you very much. They go to work. They get it done. Boss behavior. So, love it for Taylor and Terrence and Turner. Nicole is our only air sign. She's a Gemini. So she should be real chatty and friendly. And I mean, she did a good job by connecting with the HOH. Good on her for that. Indy is our Pisces. Sweet little Pisces. We might get some emotion from our water signs. There are people who tend to cry or make emotional decisions, but not always, because again, moon signs and other things affect. Alyssa and Paloma are two Scorpios. Again, Derek Frazier was our Scorpio last year. And Pooch is our Cancer. Kyland was our Cancer last year. He didn't make many emotional decisions, so I think he was a Leo moon, though. A Leo moon really changes things up. A Leo moon makes you put a lot of stuff aside. Focus up. So interesting mix here. Really unusual to have not a lot of air. And lots of fire and earth is just, oh, it's such a good combo with just like a little bit of water in there to like mix up, like getting dramatic. Water and fire are dramatic, but different kinds of dramatic, you know? Yeah, no Libras, Amy. Shocking. No Libras, no Aquarius. Chantel, Jolene, there are two beloved Aquarius. We had no Aquariuses in there. Kevin, BB Can winner. Kevin is an Aquarius. Hard to say how the signs and alliances have matched up. By the way, Coco, we just I haven't seen you at BB Australia this week. Are you caught up? We just finished this week's episodes. Next week is the finals, BB Australia. Yay. It's hard to say how they align because that's why I need moon signs and other things to see who connects. But we did see Daniel and Nicole connect, fire and air. Does not always work together, to be honest. Fire and air do not always go together, which leads me to believe she's got fire in her and he's got air in her. And that way it'll work. Michael and Brittany are a duo I like. Both fire. That makes sense. Leo and Sag. Who else are some fun duos? Alyssa and Paloma, two Scorpios. Pooch and Kyle. What's Kyle? Oh, he's a Taurus. Pooch a Cancer. That ain't gonna work. That ain't gonna work at all. Turner and Brittany. Yeah, Earth and Fire. That could work. Yeah, but you did watch Tuesdays? Yeah, Wednesdays wasn't there. We did Wednesdays today, Friday. We just finished that. But I didn't see you there on Tuesday. So did you see Tuesdays on Tuesday? And then today is Wednesdays. Okay, days, what? What are you saying, Josh? You hate men's alliances. We're going to have them. We're always going to have them, you know? Joseph is an interesting character. Y'all are talking about Joseph. Seems like he's very talkative and they don't trust that he'll keep things a secret. That's interesting. He also was like, hey, to Daniel, HOH, I don't think you should nominate anyone who's a have-nots. It's real rough for the have-nots. And he was like, but if you do, just, try to run it by me first. Who are you, the keeper of the have-nots? No, they don't run things by you. It's not how this is going to work. Not how it's going to work. All right. That is a rough assessment of how this house is set up. We kind of have girls. We kind of have guys. We have some couples, but don't freak out too much, y'all. The first week stuff rarely sticks. You hope people make connections, but by week 2, they start to hate new people. I don't know who to worry for because I don't fully understand this twist or who can be evicted on Thursday. I don't know how this veto is going to go. I hope that Michael is safe, but I also feel bad for Terrence. I don't know. Week 1, don't get invested. I guess that's what I'm saying. Let's observe. Let's see how it kind of shakes out. Then we'll get invested and be like, save this person. That. No, I have not seen any coupling yet. I definitely saw Kyle flirting with Indy, which was kind of what we thought because he has like a Brazilian ex-girlfriend or something like that. His TikTok, he talked about ladies with accents is his jam. So I'm definitely seeing that he seems intrigued by her and her accent. So keeping an eye on that. But that's the only one that I noticed. Has anyone else noticed anything else? Oh, that one is going to be Nicole then? Is that what we're saying? Possibly. Who do I love? Well, not getting invested yet, but I definitely want to like Brittany. I want to like Michael. I want to like Daniel. And if Daniel and Nicole, like I kind of was keeping my eye on Amira and Nicole, like I want to like them. So I like what I'm seeing out of Amira, game wise, real good social games, subtle game talk. Those are the people that I want to like, and I'm keeping an eye on. Random question: what is Angela from BB20's sign? Chantel just told me. I want to say it was an air sign, like maybe she's a Gemini. I have to look it up because I didn't know it. But Chantel just brought that up the other day. I don't remember people's signs unless they're icons like Janelle. Sorry, Sasha, I'll have to look that up for you. But I do believe it is an air sign. I want to say Gemini. Oh, that's true. You do. Oh, just kidding. Angela's an Aries, do we think? Maybe Tyler's an air sign? Maybe that's what she was telling me? That Angela's an Aries and Tyler's a Gemini? Okay. Well, then that's either Aries or Taurus, so not Gemini at all. Okay, good. Sasha, she's an Aries. Fire. Fire. What else? Who are you guys liking? Oh, and then he's air. Oh, he's an Aquarius. Okay. That's what she was telling me then. Fire and air, which I just said don't always work together, but obviously that works for them because they seem to be doing well together. It's been a few years. Good on them. I like it when it works out. Hi, Fred. Welcome, welcome. We're just talking about how sweet Michael and Terrence have been nominated. Boo-hoo. But to be fair, they both need to make some relationships and get to some game talks. You don't got to be shady about it. Just have some real good game talks. Get yourself saved. They haven't been jumping into that yet. So that's on them. They need to do it. And Michael is a super fan. He should know. He should know what he needs to do. 100% it is true. The Bachelor franchise has a horrible track record. And Big Brother's over here like, that's not their goal, but it works. I guess what we learned from that is if you lock people together in a house for 2 months, you can fall in love. If you only get one date with them over the course of 2 months, while you're also having one date with several other people, that is not a way to fall in love. Just my observation. Call me crazy, but you like Taylor, but she needs to talk more and get in a final 200 lines. Yes, agreed. She hasn't been talking a lot game-wise, and, the girls were feeling threatened because she was talking to the guys a lot. And, so you just have to be careful in those early days to just talk to everybody. Just talk to everyone. It's so typical for girls to be like, oh, she's only talking to guys. We see it several seasons. It happens and it's not good. But I don't think Taylor is doomed by any means. Like, she is not even on the block. She has the time. Not that Paloma is the end all be all, but Paloma today was just like, oh, I like Taylor a little bit more today. So, by next week, they'll be best friends. Who knows? I think that was just first impressions and nerves. So I'm not worried about Taylor. She just has to do some work. I think she needs to find her people. And maybe that's Michael or Brittany or people she didn't think were going to be her people. I don't know. You like Joseph for obvious reasons. Yep, I saw them. I saw those reasons when he took his shirt off. Michael has to hustle. Yeah. Mm-hmm. 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 Yeah, let's hope that the Mean Girl stuff chills out. Let's stop it. We have it too often. It stinks. Um, let's get to know everybody. Let's mix up the alliances. They're going to implode on themselves. It's going to happen. And let's hope that Michael takes this opportunity to make, some relationships, and Taylor and Terrence. But I'm less worried about Terrence. But either Alyssa or Paloma could leave. Who knows? You know what I'm saying? All right, you guys. Well, that is our quick update for this week with our first HOH. Again, Daniel's HOH. Pooch is backstage boss, and nominated are Michael and Terrence. We will have a veto played tomorrow. We will have an episode on Sunday. And then on Monday, David and I will go live to talk about the Sunday night episode and the veto spoilers, if anyone was able to take themselves down, that kind of stuff. And then also, if you're watching Big Brother Australia with me, I do that over on my Twitch channel. Finals is this week coming up. So we will watch on Monday. We watch Sunday and Monday's episode. And then also, we've got the challenge next week. So yay. Good stuff, you guys. Thank you for joining me live. And if you're joining later, leave us a comment. Let me know how you feel about these noms and what alliances you are liking. All right, I'll see you next time. Bye.